Hey there, folks. Gather round and let me tell you a story. A story about a smooth talker, a master of deception, a man who could sell ice to an Eskimo, Victor Lustig. Born in 1890, this charming con man traveled the world, leaving a trail of bewildered victims and audacious scams in his wake. Lustig wasn't your average crook. He was a gentleman artist, a connoisseur of the con. He understood human nature. He knew how to exploit greed, vanity, and a touch of naivety. And boy, did he exploit them. He spun tales so convincing, so believable, that even the most skeptical souls couldn't help but be drawn into his web of lies. He is best known for a little stunt he pulled in Paris selling the Eiffel Tower. Not a replica, mind you, but the real deal. So buckle up, because this is a wild ride through the life and cons of one of history's most ingenious swindlers. Picture this: 1925 Paris. The Eiffel Tower, that iconic symbol of France, is the backdrop for Lustig's most audacious scam. He posed as a government official, Monsieur Dante, and sent invitations to 5 prominent scrap metal dealers. He lured them in with a juicy secret. The city was struggling to maintain the Eiffel Tower. It was becoming too expensive. The solution? Scrap it. Of course, this was all a fabrication, a clever lie designed to pique their greed. Lustig arranged a tour of the tower, playing the part of a concerned official. He hinted at a potential scandal, suggesting discretion was key. This only fueled their interest. He let the dealers believe they were chosen for their reputation and, of course, their willingness to be discreet. One dealer, André Poisson, couldn't resist the potential fortune to be made from the tower's metal. He saw himself as the lucky one, the chosen one. He paid Lustig a hefty bribe and a processing fee for the contract. Lustig, ever the showman, even provided forged documents to seal the deal. Can you believe it? The Eiffel Tower scam was a masterpiece, but Lustig was just getting started. He had another trick up his sleeve, a contraption he called the money box. It was a meticulously crafted box, designed to look like a sophisticated piece of technology. Lustig claimed it could duplicate any banknote placed inside. He'd demonstrate by inserting a genuine bill, waiting a few hours, and voila! Another bill, seemingly identical, would appear. The catch? The box took time to work. Lustig would sell the box for an exorbitant price, promising his marks a fortune. He'd even let them keep a few of the duplicated bills as proof. Of course, it was all a clever illusion. The box didn't duplicate anything. Lustig simply hid a stash of real bills inside, released slowly over time. By the time the buyers realized they'd been duped, Lustig was long gone, their pockets lined with their own money. Even the most notorious gangster in America wasn't immune to Lustig's charms. In 1926, Lustig traveled to Chicago, a city ruled by none other than Al Capone. He approached Capone with a proposition, a chance to double his money. Lustig asked Capone for $50,000, promising to double it through a surefire investment. Capone, known for his ruthlessness, was intrigued. This was a man who respected a good hustle, even from a potential rival. Lustig took the money and stashed it away in a safe deposit box. Weeks later, he returned to Capone, claiming the deal had gone south. He apologized profusely and returned the $50,000, claiming it was all he could salvage. Capone, impressed by Lustig's honesty, handed him $5,000 as a reward for his efforts. Little did he know, he had just been played by the master himself. Lustig had simply returned Capone's own money, pocketing a cool $5,000 profit in the process. Section 5. Victims of Charm. The intelligence of the deceived. You might be thinking, only fools would fall for these scams. But here's the thing. Lustig's victims weren't dummies. They were often intelligent, successful individuals, blinded by their own desires. Take André Poisson, the scrap metal dealer. He was a savvy businessman, used to negotiating deals. But the allure of the Eiffel Tower, the sheer audacity of the scam, clouded his judgment. Lustig understood this. He targeted people who were used to making big decisions, who prided themselves on their ability to spot an opportunity. He played on their ego, their greed, their desire to be in the know. He created an illusion of exclusivity, of being part of something secret and profitable. He knew that sometimes, the smarter you are, the easier you are to fool. Section 6. The Psychology of Deception. Lustig's masterful manipulation. Lustig's success wasn't just about elaborate schemes. It was about understanding human psychology. He was a master manipulator, exploiting our deepest desires and insecurities. He played on greed, painting a picture of easy money and unimaginable wealth. He used flattery, making his victims feel important and intelligent, privy to a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. He instilled a sense of urgency, creating a false sense of scarcity and competition. Act now, he'd imply, or someone else will snatch this golden opportunity. He understood that when we're driven by emotion, we're less likely to think rationally. Lustig's scams were a testament to the power of persuasion, a reminder that even the most skeptical among us can fall prey to a skilled con artist. Section 7. Vigilance and Skepticism. Lessons from Lustig's exploits. Lustig's story may seem like a relic of the past, but the lessons we can learn from him are timeless. In today's world, where scams are rampant, vigilance and skepticism are our greatest defenses. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Don't let greed cloud your judgment. Always do your research. Verify information from multiple sources. Don't be afraid to ask questions, even if it seems rude or inconvenient. Trust your gut instinct. If something feels off, it probably is. Remember, con artists are masters of deception. They know how to gain your trust and exploit your weaknesses. Section 8. Red flags and warning signs. Recognizing today's scams. While the methods may have evolved, the basic principles of a con remain the same. Today's scams often involve phishing emails, fake websites, and social media manipulation. But the red flags are often the same. High-pressure sales tactics. Be wary of anyone pressuring you to make a quick decision without giving you time to think. Requests for upfront payments. Legitimate businesses rarely demand payment before providing a service or product. Unrealistic promises. Be skeptical of guarantees of high returns with little or no risk. Unsolicited offers. Be cautious of unsolicited emails, phone calls, or messages offering deals that seem too good to be true. If you encounter any of these red flags, proceed with extreme caution. Remember, it's better to be safe than sorry. Section 9. Timeless Tactics, from the Eiffel Tower to modern fraud. Lustig's scams may seem quaint compared to today's sophisticated financial schemes, but the underlying principles remain the same. Deception, manipulation, and exploitation. Just as Lustig used forged documents and elaborate lies to sell the Eiffel Tower, today's fraudsters use fake websites, stolen identities, and complex financial instruments to defraud their victims. The internet has created a breeding ground for scams, making it easier than ever to reach a global audience and disappear without a trace. But the human element remains the same. Con artists still prey on our emotions, exploiting our greed, fear, and desire for easy money. Section 10. The enduring impact. Economic and emotional scars of scams. The impact of scams extends far beyond financial loss. Victims often experience feelings of shame, guilt, and betrayal. They may blame themselves for falling prey to the scam, leading to a loss of confidence and trust in others. The emotional toll can be devastating, leading to anxiety, depression, and even physical health problems. It's important to remember that anyone can be a victim of a scam. It's not a reflection of your intelligence or your judgment. If you or someone you know has been a victim of a scam, it's important to seek help. Report the scam to the authorities and seek support from friends.